Well, Dr. Bode, he's really cool.
Dr. Bode really can make a difference.
Dr. Bode is probably the best diagnostician that I have ever come across.
I'd love to tell Dr. Bode how proud I am of his accomplishments, not only in taking care of me, which is really important to me, but of taking care of so many people around the world.
Dr. Bode is such a good doctor because he helps you feel not as scared about diabetes, and he helps you make your life easier.
I just know there's nobody else in the world like him.
Got a bunch of stuff to do today.
Dr. Bode. He's the best in the Southeast, if not in the United States, at least in my opinion, because of the care that my kids have gotten. I mean, I go from a teenager that's 18 to a middle schooler to a kindergartner. We're in all facets of life for diabetes. What Max is facing with issues with diabetes is totally different than the issues Derek's facing. And Dr. Bode understands that.
Debbie had a massive heart attack, which precipitated in a bypass. Bruce, she was in the hospital for intensive care for 2 months before she died. Bruce was there every morning and every night with us as a friend and as a doctor.
On a whim, at the walk in 2010, Piper was 2 years old, and we had her antibodies screened in the TrialNet study just to see for assurance that she didn't have it. And then much to our surprise, in July of 2011, we found out that she was indeed positive. So Piper is positive for 5 antibodies, and we were shocked for the second time. And our first phone call was to Dr. Bode.
He's funny, he's personable, he's very intense, and you're sitting in a room with him and you realize he is focused completely on you. He's got 10 patients waiting and 42 phone calls to return, and his mind is completely on you.
Dr. Bode's work hard, play hard.
The doctor in Los Angeles who referred me foolishly mentioned that I was a golfer, knowing that Dr. Bode was a golfer. So we went out for a game and found that we enjoyed each other's company immensely. He is a testy competitor. He's not testy in personality, but if there's a putt that has to be made to get you, he'll get it. Always the best guy to have as your partner, not as your opponent.
That's another thing I love, is that he says, go out there and do it. That's the same attitude he has about handling your diabetes.
Dr. Bode helped me in playing hockey. Since hockey's such an intense sport and you're going for that long duration of time, Dr. Bode, he made it to where I could be playing just like anybody else out there, even if I wasn't a diabetic.
Don't ever get any strange ideas about retirement, because it's just absolutely not allowed. There is no backup plan for you.
How would I describe to somebody what kind of a doctor Dr. Bode is? I can tell you one thing, I wouldn't, because I think he's wonderful and I want him just for my own doctor.
Dr. Bode, congratulations from the bottom of our hearts. We cannot think of a more deserving and honored person to accept this award. With your guidance, we will make it through this disease and we will conquer this disease. And Gigi and Piper are forever grateful.
Congratulations, Dr. Bode. You've done a very good job being a doctor. Dr. Bode helped me not get diabetes. Dr. Bode, thank you for helping me. I just feel normal. I don't feel different. Thank you, Dr. Bode.
Thank you, Dr. Bode, for everything you've done for me ever since I was a kid up till now. You've helped me achieve a lot of what I needed to get through, and I wouldn't have been able to do pretty much anything without you, especially when it comes to going through the growing process, and that's a huge deal. So, thank you for everything you've done for me.
Congratulations, Bruce, and I can promise you that there are many people in many places who owe a great deal to you, and I'm among them.
Dr. Bode, I am so honored to be one of your patients. Certainly wouldn't wish diabetes on anybody, but if they have it, I hope they have a Dr. Bode.
Dr. Bode, thank you so much for all you've done to give me and give my family the gift of time. With all your help, you've made our lives easier and a lot more limitless.